My name is Betty Hoadley, or I've gone by Betty Hoadley for a long, long time. My connections to Concord go all the way back to 1949 when I started at what was Runlet Junior High School, but it was located at the old Kimball School building on North Spring Street. Graduated from Concord High. We went away for school and service and came back with little kids and had another one. So we've been in Concord ever since 1962. One of our children was away for a long military career and then elected to come back to Concord. We're absolutely thrilled. It means that we have 3 grandchildren in that family that we see a lot. And I think that people do realize what a pretty special place Concord is in which to raise children. And they act accordingly and they come back to Concord. So my inner critic, and that's a term that I just learned a few days ago. My inner critic forced me to examine over the last few days, who I am and why I do what I do. I think that there are probably 2 or 3 things that characterize me. Number 1, I love to learn. Number 2, I love to have fun and play jokes and be part of jokes. And then thirdly, I love to organize and manage things so that they work more efficiently and probably at a lower cost. So those kinds of interests and I think skills say that you should be involved in civic engagement. I loved teaching. I had so much fun. I should have paid the Concord School District instead of them. Well, no, not really, but you get the idea. I did have fun. I taught at all 3 levels, at elementary, at the junior high, now called the middle school, and at high school. And I jokingly said if I moved around enough, they couldn't catch me and fire me because they couldn't find me. They wouldn't know where I was. If you were going to pick a vocation that has its rewards, teaching can be. It isn't always, unfortunately, but it can be, and it was for me. I got involved, about 18 months ago now, when they talked about the new seats at the Auditorium, or the proposal to try to raise money to get them. And the old seats were very uncomfortable. I had sat on them and I knew exactly what they're talking about. And I got a chance to go before City Council, and that was a funny story because I almost ran over the mayor on North Main Street trying to stop and ask him if I could go to council meetings on a regular basis. Well, that worked out well. He said, yes, come early, we'll put you on the agenda early. And I was in my glory. Here I was at City Council telling people about the auditorium. I think it's just the absolute generosity of Concord people, and we had donations from around the country. But it was a lot of money raised, and it was raised in a hurry, and it just flowed in. I think that the marketing was straightforward. The need was great. So you didn't have to sell it. All you had to do was ask for it. I have a favorite story. Most of us were going to be going canoeing, kayaking, and we even had a flat-bottomed rubber boat to go on the Saco one day. The only problem is the place where we were going to put all the boats in was on a very steep embankment. And I was trying to get down to the embankment and get into a kayak. Well, there's not a very big hole in a kayak to hit, and if the knees don't bend very well, you're in deep difficulty. Anyway, I have 2 wonderful sons who are trying to help me to get down the embankment and into the thing. Well, we worked and we worked. Well, people should have paid money to watch. It was that funny. I will tell you that I worked for a national intelligence agency, and not many people know that. And I think that's the funniest thing in the world because, quite frankly, the words don't go together. There's not much national that's very intelligent right now. And so to think it's an oxymoron.